Stay Strong Stories, we're all about exploring real, emotionally resonant stories that help us understand life's challenges and how to navigate them. Whether it's about relationships, personal growth, or societal changes, our goal is to inspire, educate, and spark meaningful conversations. Today, we're diving into a topic that's as intriguing as it is thought-provoking: the impact of financial dynamics on relationships. Let's talk about what happens when women start earning more than their husbands, and why it's not as simple as it seems. Money, it's often seen as a symbol of success, a marker of stability. But what happens when it disrupts the traditional balance in relationships? A recent study published in the Economic Journal revealed something fascinating yet concerning. When wives earn more than their husbands, it impacts the mental health of both partners, especially the husbands. These findings highlight just how deeply societal expectations and personal perceptions shape our well-being in relationships. This trend of women becoming the primary earners is growing rapidly, challenging age-old norms. In countries like the United States and Sweden, the percentage of couples where the wife out-earns the husband has jumped by 25% since the early 2000s. That's huge. Even high-profile celebrity couples like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce or Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban reflect this shift in dynamics. But while these changes are progressive, they come with emotional implications that many don't talk about enough. Researchers from the University of Durham took a closer look at this issue, studying heterosexual couples in Sweden who married in 2021 with an average age of 37. These couples were observed for 10 years, or until they divorced, which, by the way, happened to about 20% of them. And the results? Eye-opening. When wives earned more than their husbands, the likelihood of mental health diagnoses shot up. For the overall group, the risk increased by 8%, but for men specifically, it rose by a staggering 11%. What's even more interesting is this. While having a higher income generally improved mental health for both partners, the moment the wife's income crossed the husband's, the effect flipped. For men, this reversal seemed to trigger feelings of inadequacy and stress, while women experienced more anxiety and pressure. And here's where it gets even more complex. The types of mental health struggles were different. For men, the issues often revolved around substance use. For women, it was stress and anxiety-related disorders. So while both partners were affected, the ways they suffered weren't the same, which brings a whole new layer of complexity to these findings. But why is this happening? The researchers didn't explore the exact reasons, but lead researcher Demid Getik pointed to something that might sound familiar: societal expectations. Let's be real, there's still a deeply rooted belief that the man should be the primary earner in a relationship, and when that dynamic shifts, it can be incredibly hard for men to reconcile, leading to feelings of failure or diminished self-worth. What's particularly striking is that this trend persists even in countries like Sweden, a place famous for its gender equality. If a progressive society like Sweden hasn't fully broken free from these traditional beliefs, what does that say about the rest of the world? This brings us to the bigger picture. Financial success, while amazing, can sometimes bring unexpected challenges when it collides with outdated stereotypes. Relationships built on traditional norms may struggle to adapt to these changes, creating tension, stress, and even resentment. So, what's the solution? It starts with conversation. Couples need to talk about their expectations, their fears, and how they view their roles in the relationship. By having open, honest discussions, they can build an environment where both partners feel valued, regardless of who earns more. And it doesn't stop there. We also need to challenge the broader societal norms that perpetuate these outdated ideas. Your worth isn't defined by your income. It's about the love, support, and value you bring to your relationship and your life. Changing this perspective, both personally and collectively, is essential for building healthier, happier partnerships. This study reminds us of something so important. Progress isn't just about breaking barriers in the workplace. It's about breaking the internal barriers that hold us back from truly equal, supportive relationships. As women continue to shatter glass ceilings and redefine what success looks like, we must ensure our emotional and relational well-being evolves alongside these changes. Balancing financial roles in relationships might require a cultural shift, but it's a shift that will pave the way for stronger, more resilient, and more loving partnerships. At Stay Strong Stories, we believe stories like this one matter. They help us understand not just what is happening in the world, but why and how we can grow from it. If you found this conversation valuable, don't forget to follow our channel for more powerful, inspiring stories about relationships, growth, strength and resilience. Together, let's stay strong and build healthier, happier connections. Thank you for being part of this journey.